Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. Let's start today's class. So, student, in this, please tell me what we have learned in a previous class. So, we have learned about the elements of science fiction in our previous class. So, today, students, can you tell me, does Venus problem remind you of some real life problems? Yes. Yes, it reminds me. Venus story reminds you real life problems like food. Okay, and there is a animals are extinct. So these kind of problems that time Venus time traveler Venus time machine reminds me. Okay, so students, today we will find out some similarities and difference between the real life, but between real life and this story. Okay, real problems of the world, in the world. Real problem, today we will find the real problems in the world. Okay, so students, this is your story, Venus time machine. Okay, so students, the part of the story where Venus is looking at Italy and Summer. देखो यहाँ पे इडली और समर ईटिंग कर रहे हैं ना. For the first time remind me of a real problem. ये first real problem है जो it reminds me of the real problem because many people these days shifting to unhealthy food like सैंडविच जैसे फूड है वो ईटिंग करना स्टार्ट कर दिया है. सो दिस इज द रियल लाइफ प्रॉब्लम्स. ओके, सो स्टूडेंट्स, can you tell me which parts from the story shows problem that can really happen in the future and why? So the parts of the story, the parts of the story that talk about no trees. देखो यहाँ पे है ना, there are in the sorry, tigers, elephants, lions and monkeys, they are disappearing है ना on the. So the parts that talk about no trees in the jungle, extinct animals and children unable to see the animals that you read about in books show problems that can really happen in the future. देखो स्टोरी में क्या बोला है, स्टोरी में बोला है ना कि जो एनिमल्स हैं वो एक्सटिंक्ट हो गए हैं. देखिए यहाँ पे एक्सटिंक्ट हो गए हैं, और जो अगर एनिमल्स एक्सटिंक्ट हो गए तो हम उनको सिर्फ पिक्चर्स में देख पाएंगे, बुक्स में देख पाएंगे. सो this is the problem that really happen in future because some tigers are endangered. So after some time they are extinct. So extinct animal in the future we can only see in the books. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you, students. Now, how is the theme of the story similar to the essay on tigers we read before? तो इसका थीम कैसे सिमिलर है, देखिए. नाउ दिस इज द एसे वेयर हैव all the tigers gone and this is the Venus time travel machine. So both the stories predict the future. इसमें फ्यूचर में बोला है कि जो एनिमल्स हैं वो एक्सटिंक्ट हो गए हैं और फ्यूचर में हम एनिमल्स को नहीं देख पाएंगे. और जो आपकी स्टोरी है, this story, in this story we was in this story also we also read the problem of the problem is that animals are extinct. Okay, so both the story predict the future. If we continue to do the things we are going in present, like cutting of the trees and killing of the animals, we have a future similar to one in the story. ऐसा ही हो जाएगा अगर हम ग्रेट ट्रीज को कट करेंगे और एनिमल्स को मारते रहेंगे तो दे आर एक्सटिंक्ट. Okay, students, so students, I hope it is clear. How can the things in the present help us predict that will happen in the future? So we will predict both the story predict the future. If we continue the things continue to do the things like cutting the trees or killing the animals, we may have a future similar to the one of the story. Okay, ऐसा ही हो जाएगा कि जो एनिमल्स हैं वो एक्सटिंक्ट हो गई. हो जाएंगे. So can you tell me what message is she trying to send from the story Venus Time Machine? uh, mm, what message author give to you? So in the story the message is not to cut down the trees and not killing the animals. If you are doing that, in future they are extinct. Okay, so students, I hope it is clear to you. There is a worksheet S3, making connections. So there is a one, read the story Venus Time Machine and fill in the T chart. आपको Venus Time Machine को read करना है और इसको chart को fill करना है. When I read in Venus Time Machine. So when I read about the food of idli and sambar in Venus Venus Time Machine, so it reminds me of unhealthy food people like in that time people like to eat. So आपको क्या करना है, when I read इसमें write करना है Vinu wants to eat different types of food like idli and sambar sandwich. So it reminds me of the problem people like to eat unhealthy food and at that time. Okay, so अब यहाँ पे write करना है when I read वाले में लिखना है Vinu wants to see tigers that they are extinct. Okay, and इसमें write करोगे the number of tigers are decreasing. In the real life, in the real world, the number of the tigers are decreasing. Number उनका decrease हो रहा है. So I hope question 1 is clear to you. There is question 2. How is the story Venus Time Machine similar and different from where have all the tigers? So Venus Time Machine is similar to in Venus. Both the stories are talking about the both the stories are both the stories give a message that keep cutting trees and killing animals, they are extinct. And what is the difference? So the difference between both the stories, in Venus Time Machine there this story is talking about machines, and the where have all the tigers talking about only in where have all the tigers, the story in this story that we are talking about tigers. I hope question 2 is clear to you. So I repeat it again. Similarities में write करना है both the stories gives us a message that keep cutting trees and killing animals, keep cutting trees and killing animals, one day they are extinct. And the difference between the stories where all the tigers in the story where have all the tigers is talking about tigers, and but Venus time time traveler is talking about machines. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. There is question 3. What things from the story do you think may really happen in future and why? So in the story, food processor machine. In the story, food processor machine. In there is a meal maker machine. So in the story, we could possibly have a meal maker machine like one shown in the story. हमारे पास होगा. Why? Because it might be advanced version of the food processor we use today. We will use today the food processor machines, but in the future it is advanced version of the food processor. I hope question 3 is clear to you. There is question 4. What thing from the story do you think will not happen in the future and why? In the story, time traveler machine will not happen in future because we cannot travel time with मशीन। ओके, टाइम में नहीं जा सकते हम, पास्ट टाइम में नहीं जा सकते ना, सो वी कैन नॉट, वी वी we cannot go, we cannot travel, we cannot travel time by a machine. Okay, so students, I hope it is clear to you. So student, thank you for watching this video. Watch it carefully. After that you have to complete your S3. Bye bye students, have a nice day.